Hello, everyone. That's very close. Um, I have some gifties that I got in the mail, and one giftie is from a friend. Another giftie is one that I purchased on my own. So I thought I'd do a live unboxing of these, or mail call, whatever you want to call it, mailbag episode. But I do want to post to the RSVP group on Facebook to let people know that I am doing this, not just Twitter. So let's see. My computer is being super slow today. I have a couple of things. One thing was already announced in the group. Another thing, I ordered two cheap fountain pens on eBay a couple of weeks ago. So this is the other pen, the Wing Sung 3008 or something like that. Come on, Facebook, behave. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna start actually with the gifty. So this is from Randy. That's his P.O. box. So if you ever want to send Randy pencils, I know he likes pencils. So let's get this open. Got a rainbow Kershaw chive, one of my favorite little knives, and I use it primarily for opening my mail. I don't know. I know some of what's in here. I don't know everything. Always gotta check in the bag to make sure there's nothing left behind. So there's two pieces of cardboard. Randy knows how to pack them, that's for sure. And then there's a nice little envelope in here. Randy always sends cute little animal cards. I'm not going to show you what he wrote because that's... Thank you, Randy. Randy redoes bullet pencils, and this one, he sent this to me as a congratulations for winning NaNoWriMo button chair, fingers on keys, because I keep putting that on my posts. So he refurbishes these things. This thing, I don't know if you can see, but the brass looks like new. It's got a fresh eraser in there. Comes installed with a Golden Bear pencil, ready to go. Sent me a couple of spare erasers and a new stub to go in the bullet pencil. That's just a cute little gift, isn't it? And so he's now offering these for people. So he will do little sayings on your bullet pencils if you want it. Thank you so much, Randy. That is amazing. I'll send you a letter written with it. This is going to be my new go-to bullet pencil. Love it. So cute. And he used one of my watercolors that I posted online as the background. It's the Manuscripting Pod logo, but with button chair, fingers on keys. I'm going to have to take a picture of that and make it my pod image for the next podcast. So that's one thing that I got in the mail today. That is amazing. Can't wait to put that into use with a cute little card. Randy's amazing. And let's see. Then I've got this. This is the cheap fountain pen from China that I got. I ordered it about 3 weeks ago now at this point. Hello, Jonelle. Did you get to see the bullet pencil from Randy? Because I'll get it back out and show it to you again. So anyway, so here's the other cheap fountain pen I ordered. It came. This one was a little slower than the other one. The other one only took 2 weeks, but I did pay $10 for it. I paid US $2.60 for this. It is wrapped very securely, it feels like, in bubble wrap. So let's get this open. I don't know if you can pick up on the noise on my pellet stove just kicked on. So let's see. You got this plastic mailer, which is very thin. And some copious amounts of bubble wrap. And there's no pack sheet or anything in there. I suppose the declaration, the customs declaration, counts as a pack sheet. Let's see. Where does it start? I have to use like surgical precision getting into this fountain pen. Alright. I think I'm going to see if that's enough. Ooh, okay. It comes in a roll of bubble wrap. Set that aside. And there's a 3008. This is another TWSBI knockoff. I don't know if any of you are aware of it. So it comes in this little plastic sleeve. Let's see. It just slides off. So it's a TWSBI knockoff with a clearly a Lamy knockoff. Actually, nib. Yeah, it's a. I don't know if you can see that. It's got another clear feed in there with a fine knockoff nib, and then you can see some silicone grease, and that clips into place. I don't know, can you hear that? I went with fine nibs this time, because, so this one does not unscrew, like the TWSBI, unscrews. And this feed, just like the other that I just got, just does slide right out. Why isn't it going right back in? That's interesting. Because there's a channel that things line up to. So that is important to know. So if you do take the feed out, you've got to realign it. So because I'm going to toss that. Oh, actually not. I'm going to set it to the side because my trash is away. So this actually feels a lot less cheap than the last cheap pen that I got. I'm going to give this a good rinse. I do like that it clips. Nice action on that. It's nice and smooth. And after I fill, it does suck up the ink, I mean the water in this case, really well. I do just like to give it a little bit of a rinse before I fill it up the first time, because they can be a pain in the butt. The last pen, the Cali Arts Ego that I picked up, had some issues because I didn't clean it well enough, so it kept getting bubbles. And I don't know if you can see, but there are air bubbles in the feed, in the plastic of the feed, which don't necessarily interfere with anything. They're internal, and the ink doesn't actually capture in them. It's just ugly to a little extent. So let's get this cleaned out too. And I'm sure that this probably completely disassembles if I want it to. And let's get that reassembled. Looks like it probably has multiple spots. I really wish that clipped in a little better. It doesn't make a noise as it clips in. This actually feels a lot sturdier than the Cali Arts. I've heard very, very good things about these inexpensive pens. It is a blatant ripoff of the TWSBI, though. I mean, if you have issues purchasing knockoff items, this will be a problem for you. I have thoughts about knockoffs, but have some feels about them as well. I mean, this is clearly a lot cheaper than my TWSBI. It doesn't have a liner. It feels a lot sturdier than the Cali Arts. Feels very nice, just like this. Yeah. Let me go back to... So, yeah, I was fiddling with that to see what would happen. Like, okay, so yeah, you grasp that, and then the whole thing unscrews. I don't want to do that right now because I don't need to. And then it clips into... I like the clip in place. I do like that. Anyway, so I am going to ink it up and give it a little test. Once I get it dried out. Maybe I can break it first before I even... That's interesting. So it really does only go in one place, but it does not clip into place. So I need to have some black ink. So I am going with the Deatramentis Deepwater Obsession Black, which is a nice general purpose black. I could go with a Noodler's. I've got Noodler's Heart of Darkness, but I really do like the Deatramentis. I don't need waterproof ink at work. I don't care about the longevity of the paperwork there. So let's get this inked. It's a nice fill to start. I'm just pushing out the air. And then I'll fill it again. But, if, you know, for a $2.60 pen, I'm kind of impressed with how nice this feels. I know I'd read a lot about this particular pen in the Cheap Thrills forum, which if you like inexpensive pens, or you want to explore inexpensive pens more, the Cheap Thrills forum on Facebook is a great place to kind of check out really inexpensive pens. Everyone there likes cheap pens, posts about finds. They go into like some nerdy discussion about them. So it's a great forum for that kind of discussion. All right, so I got a couple of test sheets, so I do have to go and pick up my wife. So again, much like the TWSBI, posting this is a no-go, but the good thing is, actually, it posts to that ring. There's a little bit of play in that. I don't know if that's because I unscrewed it and mucked around with it, but we'll see. Posted, it's not good. So out of the box, that nib is really nice and smooth. This paper is crap. But I've got to say, if you're looking for an impressive little cheap $2.60 pen with a piston fill, this is a great one. And that fine nib is pretty decent. Of course, this cutting mat is horrible to write on, but I'm really rather impressed. Let's see what it's like on nicer paper. So this is my podcasting train of thought that I use. Um, yeah, I've heard really good things about all of the sizes. So I'm pretty happy with this. And I think you could, there's enough tipping on there. It's not going to pick up because I don't have my macro lens on, but there's probably enough tipping on there that you could probably monkey around a little bit and play with doing different grinds on that nib. Um, I prefer starting with a medium if I'm going to practice grinding. This is really nice and smooth, surprisingly so. Um, and again, if you were interested in um, like filling this with India ink because you were going to draw at $2.60 and it's fully disassembleable, you could take the feed out, scrape it and scrub it clean, and you know, who cares if you destroy it with India ink? It's a very comfortable pen. I wouldn't post it for sure, um, but it's really not bad looking. I mean, let me grab a Twisby. It doesn't have the little finial, and this is a little pitted. It doesn't have the little finial, and this is a little pitted. Um, then let me hear. I've got a couple of Twisbies. I mean, that is ridiculously close. I mean, other than the coffin divot on that, um, it's really close to the Twisby. This is the 540, then the Wing Sung, and then here's a 530. So you can see how similar they are and what a knock. I mean, it really is a knockoff. I mean, other than this here, um, and feeling like these are and feeling like these Twisbies are they have a nice weight and a half. This is a slightly lighter pen. The cap is heavier than expected though. So anyway, that's my gifty to myself. Whereas this was a gifty from Randy, and thank you so much, Randy. If you are interested in buying a bullet pencil from Randy, you can hit him up on Facebook. He's Randy Reagan. He's on the Erasables group. He's in the RSVP Stationary Podcast group. He does a lot of selling on there. But this is new. And he does plan, I think, doing an Etsy shop at some point. This is new. And he does plan, I think, doing an Etsy shop at some point with his um, reclaimed, upcycled, whatever you want to call it, bullet pencils. I mean, he just really, I don't know what you would call these. I mean, they're just completely refurbished and made to be super nice. I mean, these look like new. He's polished it, he's cleaned it, he's made it look like a brand new bullet pencil. And I can't wait to give that its own patina, Randy. So thank you so much. And thank everyone for coming and hanging out on my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for opening my mail with me. Who doesn't like opening mail? So anyway, hope to see you again soon. I'll be on the RSVP group, and if you have any questions, you can always post them in the comments. I got this off of eBay. If you just look up Wingsung 3008, you'll find one. Don't pay more than $3 for it because they come in all kinds of different colors too. So anyway, great cheap pen. And thanks for watching. I gotta go pick my wife up from the train. So anyway, head over to the RSVP stationery group um, and have some conversations about stationery. Thanks. Bye. How do I end this?